Hello everyone, and welcome back to Steins Gate, my darling's embrace. I'm G, and we have just met all of our lab members once again. We have met... Okay, let's see, we got Okabe Rintaro, which is number 1. Number 2 is Shina Mayuri. Number 3 is Hashida Itaru. Number 4 is Makise Kurusu. Number 5 is Kiryu Moaka. Number 6 is... Is it Ferris? No. Number 6 is Urishibara Ruka. Number 7 is Ferris. And number 8 is Amane Suzuha. And now, we are about to learn what gadgets we made in the timeline where we sent the email and we're here now and we were making gadgets, but we weren't researching the email. I don't know. Either way, Daru went and got the things. The dubious, creative objects sat before us. They're so crappy and charming, I don't know where to start describing them, so I'll describe them in the order Daru did. Future gadget number 9. Homing Diva. Number 10, Surprise Specs. Number 11, One Scoot Prevails. These are... I desperately searched for words once Daru finished. A frown plastered over my face.
What's wrong, Ocarine? Are you sick?
No. What on earth are these weird gadgets?
Weird?
Right, every one of them looks totally useless. Well, you were the one who told us to make them. How amazing these are! Hoben Kyoma Masterworks all! Even I tremble in fear of my own genius! Did you just own yourself, Otsu? Huh? Huh?
Oh,
I've noticed it before, but this girl sometimes speaks in at-channel slang. She may act all business, but I suspect she may be secretly an at-channeler.
Hey, Okabe Rintaro, can I touch this?
Part-time warrior is pointing at one of the new gadgets. Of course, you're all lab members, so go right ahead.
Yay! Hey guys, he said we can play with these.
As soon as the words left Suzuha's lips, everyone took the gadgets in their hands and started examining them from every angle. Now that I think of it, I think this is the first time I've ever seen them so interested in our gadgets. It was only me and Daru until a week ago. But now I kind of regret that it wasn't me who built these gadgets. Well, technically it was.
Cocoon, if you had this umbrella, you wouldn't have to worry about losing it somewhere. Well, the umbrella itself is kind of cheap plastic. Wouldn't it be cheaper just to buy a replacement instead of buying this? Well, do you mind if I open it in here? It's so big, it might not fit.
It might not fit? That's really not my cup of tea, but hearing you say it is getting me all hot and bothered.
Didn't I tell you to quit it with the perverted jokes?
Anyhow.
I feel like these glasses don't change my vision at all. Really? Give them to Meow!
Whoa, fairy standing glasses. You steal my heart. What doesn't set Daru off? Well, it's a party, so I might as well let him have his fun.
Hey, what are you doing, Kiryu-san? I was just going to move this.
Shining Finger stood before the panicking Kurusu holding the skateboard. But from what Daru explained, that skateboard is... Christina, stop her right now! That can't go off in here no matter what!
Kiryu-san, stop! If you move a muscle, the cola will... Huh? Ah.
We were too late.
Ah! What the? What's going on, yeah?
Soda sprayed everywhere as the skateboard smashed into the wall repeatedly. The laboratory had become a sticky carbonated hell. Damn you, Finger! How dare you!
I'm sorry. I'll clean up.
That's right, you will.
This is really cold. Oh, I didn't know sodas could explode like that. Maybe she's surprised. I'm soaking wet.
Anyhow. Oh, Amanishi, say I'm soaking wet again, please. Daru, you might want to learn how to self-censor.
Oh no, it's so late!
Ferris stood up in the middle of the festivities.
I better get back to the cafe, yeah?
What? Are you leaving? Daru couldn't hide his disappointment. But it really wasn't all that late.
I've got something to take care of after I get back to the cafe, yeah? Seems like you have something on your mind, Ferris-chan.
Only Mayuri calls her Fairies instead of Ferris. It's a subtle nickname, but an affectionate one. As I mentioned before, Mayuri works with Ferris as Mayushi Nyanyan and Meikui Nyanyan. Oh boy! Shining finger!
I'm done cleaning. Everything should be spotless.
Moeka. Oh, Moeka, thank you. For someone who can be a little soft between the ears, I'm impressed that Mayuri is doing so well at work.
Can't stay here for much longer either, Mayushi. You said you got tons of homework now. Oh, I can work on it tomorrow, right, Rika-kun? Oh, sorry, I did mine already. Oh, you're such a good student, Rika-kun.
Mayuri, you really should focus on your studies. That's what students are supposed to do, after all. Is this today's Look Who's Talking segment? I don't need the pedestrian education taught in schools. For I am Hoin Kyoma! Because that's a reason. This girl before me probably has no need for the typical education system either. Yes, Moeka?
I keep forgetting that you're a student, Okabe-kun. Maybe it's just the way you talk, but I always end up thinking you're older than me.
Moeka. Oh boy.
Okay, everyone, see you later!
We saw Ferris off as she walked out the door. Then Kurisu stood up.
Right, I should get going too. Are you going home? No, I just have 2 more gadgets I need to complete.
What? You're making more?
Like I said, you're the one who told me to make more.
Like I said 1,000,000 times, I can't remember.
That doesn't change the fact that you asked. Stop whining.
Damn, she's got a point.
You have to get out of bankruptcy somehow, and complaining won't help.
Bankruptcy? I was going to ask her what she meant, but she disappeared behind the curtain into the development room. Bankruptcy? I'm sure that's what she said. Hey, Daru, what did she mean by that? She meant just what she said. Daru explained that her recent gadget obsession was brought about by our bankruptcy. The Future Gadget Laboratory was never exactly flush with cash, but something really serious must have happened. How the hell? I wanted to know the reason for our bankruptcy, but...
Green.
Daru and Mayuri didn't waste a word. Their faces told me everything I needed to know. It was my fault. So, what are these other gadgets that we're working on? They're... I'm not telling. Come on! If you don't know, maybe you should wait until they're complete. It'll be more fun that way. Oh, or you can try to figure them out yourself. I mean, you're the one who came up with them, SMH. Urgh, you know I can't remember anything. And their teasing makes my curiosity even worse. Okay, Daru, if there are 2 gadgets in development, why not tell me about just one of them? You'd say it, but I don't know a thing about it either. Really? Really, I could say she came up with them, not you, Okarin. Stina? So I'm gonna leave you to think about them both. Stina's ideas, huh? Could it have something to do with neuroscience? That is her specialty, after all. If that's the case, then it must be... Nope, no idea. Well, if I don't even know what I told my crew to make, there's no way I'd be able to figure out what my assistant is making. Heh. Whoa, what? Did you figure it out somehow? Mwahaha! Now things are getting interesting. Right now, don't care what these next 2 gadgets are. I'm not even going to ask why we're in dire financial straits. We've got 5 new gadgets on hand. I'm sure they'll help us get to the money we need soon enough. You guys, the future of these future gadgets is bright. Did you give up without even guessing?
You sure did.
Don't worry about the details. Now's the time for fun. Let's get this party started.
Now? But the party's...
Oh, nope, that's not Daru's voice. Yeah, but the party's almost over.
Are you okay, Okarin?
Hey, Rukuko, Finger, this calls for a toast.
Oh. Okabe-san.
Mwahaha!
Shut up, Okabe.
Hey, can you hear me? We've got a problem. Actually, no, that's not quite right. Problem doesn't even begin to cover it. Listen carefully. Our lab has been taken over. Like I said, it's bad. What? No, the enemy is too capable. There's no way to retake our lab without casualties. If you truly insist, then there's no other way around it. I'll do it. Right, we're breaking in. If we survive, the first round's on me. El Sai Kungru. I put away my cell phone and step into enemy territory. Stepped. Actually, I suppose that is actually right. Tense. Whatever.
Uruko. Hello. Banquet was so much fun. I've never partied with so many people before. I hope you invite me next time, too. Oh, my mom was really happy that everyone liked her fried chicken.
A banquet. It wasn't a banquet, it was a round table conference. Don't get it wrong. Oh, rude. Don't you hang out with your school friends? Either way, it'd be more productive for you to practice with Samadare if you have that sort of free time to kill. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to try any. It was all gone by the time I went to grab some. Well, these first two, Okabe's sort of deck. So at least this one, you know, it could lead to being like, oh, the chicken scene later on in the, I don't know. Cool, we did it. Yeah. Christina, how long are you going to make me wait before we send the next email?
Shut up.
What?
I already told you, didn't I? I'm busy working on new gadgets. Until they're complete, you are not to send any D-mail, so shut up and don't interrupt me again, got it?
She didn't have to be quite so vicious about it. Besides, this is my lab in the first place. Yelling at you and tossing you out of your own lab like that? Maki-san, the goat! Maki-say, good gracious, I can't read today apparently. I looked up at the voice and saw Daru looking at me with a grin on his face. I wasn't tossed out, it was a strategic withdrawal. By the way, Daru, when did you get here? Just now. Give me the TLDR version. It appears he arrived as I was sneaking behind enemy lines. And as for Christina, well, I kind of understand how she's feeling. As a researcher, being interrupted in the middle of your work is a real pain. Guess I'm out of luck. Experimenting on D-mail is certainly a pressing matter, but it's not worth risking my life over. So, what's the plan now? If I can't perform any experiments, there's no reason to stay around here. What are you going to do, Daru? Are you going to make Queen again? I wish it were, but it was actually just there. Now I see. After hanging at Make Queen, you decided to swing by the lab to play an AIRWAVES or something. Psst, wrong. Not an AIRWAVES, but an MMO. You just dropped a bunch of new quests today. I hear those ones have you fighting this really strong dragon or something like that. Daru continued to wax poetic about this dragon, but I didn't pay much attention. Whether he plays an AIRWAVES or an MMORPG makes no difference to me. By the way, Ocarine, did you hear about what's going on in Akiba? No, not really. What is it? There's this band that's been really popular lately, Phantasm. You probably never heard of them. Underestimate me at your own peril. Of course I've heard of them. Really? Calling me surprised. Phantasm. Apparently they're a pretty big deal. They made a splash last year in the indie music scene and made their official debut this year. Shortly thereafter, they provided the theme to the anime Rainet Kakeru. Ferris mentioned something like that a few days ago. Anyway, why does Phantasm have everyone so riled up? They signal jacked Akiba's airwaves. Signal jacked the airwaves? That's right. I guess it was some sort of promotional thing. They had every screen in Akiba from PC monitors to the UPX billboard display streaming their music video. It had people going nuts. Airwave hijacking. Still, it helped Phantasm get crazy popular. Not that anyone knew who they were a year ago. But if you ask me, they've already jumped the shark. I've been over them like the last 2 years already. Despite how annoying Daru's rambling was, most of his words didn't make their way to my brain. Because something else was occupying my thoughts. You even listening to me, Ocarine? Daru, that's it! Huh? I looked Daru dead in the eyes. Straight into his slightly dilated pupils. What is it? I'm talking about hijacking the airwaves. If they can do it, we can do too, right? He's giving me a look that says, what the hell is this guy on about? Still, I keep talking. Think about it. What is it that we're trying to do? Make weird gadgets and play with them?
No, we're trying to destroy the system that controls the world and plunge society into chaos. Creating gadgets is only part of it.
Oh yeah, I guess. Why are you bringing that up now?
Seriously? I can be this dense. I want to do the thing, the one they do on TV all the time, the speech thing. Gracious.
Oh, I get you now. Like a Sieg Sion kind of deal.
Well, close enough. Once the system has been destroyed, we need to let the world know. But we won't be able to do so if we haven't prepared for it.
Now I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So think we can do it?
Yeah, no problem.
Excuse me? The response was so casual that I couldn't help but blurt out my disbelief. To be frank, I was hoping things would unfold in a more dramatic, thoughtful, one last ride sort of fashion. But hey, if the man knows he can do it, all the better.
We're gonna need the right equipment, though.
You do know that this laboratory doesn't have any budget to spare, right?
Of course I do. In that case, yeah, I think we'd only be able to hijack the analog networks.
That would explain that hijacking the digital networks would be extremely difficult for us as we are now. That's not to say that hijacking the analog networks would be much easier.
If you want to hijack the analog networks, we're gonna need a whole lot of power. If we use all the equipment we had in the lab right now for signal intrusion, our video could be seen in, well, pretty much just Akihabara.
Analog networks in this day and age, and only in Akihabara? It sounds so pathetic.
Well, we don't have to do it if you don't want to.
No, that sounds good.
So you want me to do it?
Precisely. It's easy to give up when something seems pointless. But a small step forward is still a step.
For realsies?
Of course, while it may seem like a pointless waste of time at first, it is essentially the cornerstone of a greater achievement.
Oh, and just so you know, signal intrusion is a crime, even on a small scale.
What? Seriously?
Oh, you didn't know?
Of course I did. I didn't. Crime. I may want to destroy the system governing our world, but that doesn't mean that I want to be a criminal. I want to plunge our society into chaos, sure, but I want to do it legally.
Okay, so that's no-go then? Yeah, that's about what I thought.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, regardless of what you say you are, you're a chicken. You never get involved in anything seriously dangerous.
What did he just say? Did he just call me a chicken? Did he just call me a chicken? Daru doesn't yet know it, but I'm going to make him eat those words.
So I'm just gonna go chill.
Halt! I called out to him as he was leaving. My tone firm, yet effortlessly cool. No force, no matter how mighty, could even think of stopping me. That's a go!
Huh?
He stands frozen in place, stupefied. I say it again, slowly. Didn't you hear me? I said that's a go!
A go? As in, you want me to do it?
That's exactly right. For your information, I'm not getting worked up because he called me a chicken. I, Hoing Kyoma, refuse to yield to such minor insults. For that is the choice of Steins Gate.
You serious?
We're doing it, even if our actions defy God's will. Besides, if it looks like we'll get in real trouble, we can always back out at the last second.
Where are we gonna show if we do hijack the airwaves? You probably haven't thought about it yet, have you?
We can save that decision for when the time comes. First, we have to make the machine. Got it, my faithful right arm?
Alright. I'm gonna need to use some of the stuff that's in the lab.
Sure, that's not a problem. Our inventory is at your disposal. Now our plans are in place to make gadget number 14. What is it? Rukako! About the fried chicken. Really? Well, actually, my mom taught me a recipe yesterday. If you want, I can make some for you. You're so sweet! Do me a favor and teach Mayuri the recipe. Oh! No! Actually, wait. Maybe that doesn't have the implications that I think it does. Because the implication that immediately came to mind was like, no, don't make it for me. I want Mayuri to make it for me. Which is, a dick thing to say. But teaching Mayuri, because she really, really likes fried chicken. And then she wouldn't have to get her juicy chicken number 1. Oh god, I hope this means what I think it means. Mail sent.
I guess we'll need to hold another meeting soon. Anyway, my work for the day is done. I'll leave the lab to my assistant, Andaru, and head out to Akihabara. Cool, then I'll get to work once Makisashi is done with her stuff today. I'm counting on you, Daru. Anyway, I'm heading out. Hey, Ocarine. What? You sure that's enough armor? No problem, everything's fine. I turned my back to the smirking Daru and stepped out into the scorching sun. Ah, Okabe Rintaro! No sooner had I left the lab than someone called me by my full name. How many times must I tell you, part-time warrior? I am Hoin Kyoma and shall be addressed as such. Alright, in that case, Hoin... that's too much of a headache. I'm just gonna call you Okabe Rintaro. So be it, you shall call me... Wait, I should be the one who gets to decide what you call me. But you've always been Okabe Rintaro, so it's tough to call you some weird other name. Always? What the heck are you talking about? We've only known each other for a week. Though, perhaps through the lens of youth, a week might seem to be a lifetime. Seemingly noticing how strange she sounded, Suzuha waves her hands to say, forget about it. Ruka! Oh wait, no, it's my Mayuri. Wait, she might not make it to the lab today. I got a whole bunch of homework to do. Save me! Oh, Mora, you fool. If you had planned ahead, your summer homework wouldn't have been a problem. Your lack of discipline has come around to bite you in the butt. Save me, you say? Use this opportunity to learn from your mistakes. It is the first step towards fulfilling your great ambitions. This one's a lot less dickish than the other one. Like, okay, well, you know, smarten up, but, you know, you can do it. The other one's like, no, Mayor, you suck. Which is not true. Oh, you know, it's just a figure of speech. And if I can't call you Okabe Rintaro, you can't call me part-time warrior. My parents gave me a beautiful name, Suzuha Amane. Now she's pouting. But it will do no good. It's already imprinted in my head that this girl is a part-time warrior. Nothing can change that now. As my gaze lowered, I saw a small shadow close in behind the part-time warrior, as if trying to hide. That shadow turned out to be a small girl, still in elementary school. She wore short hair and pigtails on either side of her head. Ah! The moment our eyes met, the little girl hid herself behind the part-time warrior. Come on, Nai, be nice, say hi. It's only natural that Sister Brown would cower in fear before an aura that is tremendous as my own. Hey, Okabe Rintaro, talking like that only scares her even more. Suzuha gently spoke to the little girl as she tried to hide. This little girl, Nai, is the daughter of the owner of this Ogiyama building, so I call her Sister Brown. I've heard that she's in the 6th grade, but she looks much younger. I believe that's partially why her father, Mr. Brown, adores her so much. His love borders on madness at the best of times. Don't worry, Nai, he's kinda weird, but he's not gonna hurt you or anything. He describes me as if I'm some sort of exotic creature. So how about it? Can you say hi? Hi, Uncle Green. I'm not your uncle. You're scaring her again. Bah! I've told her what to call me before, but she refuses to learn. Before? Suzuha looks up at the sky as if she's trying to recall a distant memory. Below her, Sister Brown is shaking her head in confusion. I see. I thought we talked about this a few days ago, but it seems as though things have changed. Anyway, I'm not old enough to be your uncle. If you're going to make me some sort of relative, call me Big Brother, okay? Uncle Green isn't my brother. In this world, there are times when you call someone who isn't a sibling. Remember that, Sister Brown. But... Hey, you're confusing her with all that nonsense. It's not nonsense. I'm teaching her the harsh realities of our society. I don't know if you're teaching her anything, and acting like that might get you into trouble. Trouble? Do my ears deceive me, or is that a threat? I'll tell you now that it won't work. For I, Hoin Kyoma, laugh in the face of danger. Hey, Okabe. I turned around to look at who called my name, and there stood a man with a stern look on his face. Mr. Brown, how long have you... Long enough. Why, are you teaching my Nai things that you don't want me to hear? No, not at all. This man, the mere sight of whom would make 10 out of 10 children cry,
is the owner of the Okayama building and a CRT or brown tube fanatic. This man is Tonoji Yugo, though his ownership of the brown tube workshop has earned him the name Mr. Brown. Come on, Okabe, Nai's just a kid. So if you ever start thinking she's cute or anything weird like that, I'm gonna beat you into the ground with my bare hands. What kind of person do you think I am? What? You telling me my daughter isn't pretty, you son of a bitch? Make up your mind. I've got some snacks for you. Let's leave this fool be and go inside. Yeah. Seeing her smile, the owner's face distorted into a mockery of a grin. It was too disturbing to be called a smile. People who spoil the kids like that, like he does, are the reason there are so many DQN plebs in the world today. Oh yeah, Okabe, you're not doing those weird experiments anymore, right? Weird? Such rudeness! This invention will pave the way to our I don't care. Every time you run that stupid thing, it shakes the ceiling and drops a ton of dust on the CRTs. You know what'll happen if I hear that nonsense again, right? Another threat. First from the part-time warrior, and now from Mr. Brown. This is some sort of workshop policy. Still. Mr. Brown, as I've told you before, your threats have no power over me. Violence is nothing to Hoenn Kyoma. It does not scare me one. I'm raising your rent. Understood, it won't happen again. He nodded with satisfaction and proceeded to re-enter the workshop hand in hand with Nai. Mwahaha! You got tricked, you fools! I declared my victory once I confirmed that they were both safely out of earshot. Consider me a coward if you like. But know this, part-time warrior. Hoenn Kyoma is a ruthless man who will achieve his goals by any means necessary. Hey! Suzuha's voice was surprisingly light. It seems as though she took my comments in stride. That thing we did yesterday, the round table meeting, is that something people do? Well, if it's necessary, sure. We're going to hold another one, soon in fact. Why do you ask? No reason, I just thought it was fun. Suzuha looked so happy as she looked up at the lab window that I could tell she was speaking from the heart. By the way, did you make up with Christina? Make up? What are you talking about? I don't think we were on bad terms or anything. Is that so? I mean, it's not like we're best friends, but we don't hate each other. Well, why? Did it look like we weren't getting along? No, it's nothing. I guess I was wrong. Really? You're a weird one. Anyway, I better get back to work or the boss man will get mad at me. Let me know when the next meeting is. I'll try to sneak out and join you guys. She waved goodbye before she disappeared into the store. Interesting. Well, better to have lab members getting along than hating each other. Until yesterday, Suzuha looked at Kurisu with hatred, but I guess that's changed. Though I suppose these things happen when you switch world lines. 10 years ago, in the year 2000, a man calling himself John Teeter appeared on an American internet message board. Claiming to hail from the year 2036, this self-proclaimed future man explained the workings of his supposed time machine. In addition, he shed light on a number of events that were supposed to take place after the year 2000. He was active on this board for a mere 4 months. However, his words and actions made an impact, and word of his existence spread all the way to Japan. Though many of his predictions did come true, a fair share were proven false. And thus, there are many who doubt that he really did come from the future. Though a man claiming to be John Teeter has recently re-emerged onto the internet. This time on the Japanese internet message board site, @channel. When I engaged him, instead of the time travel theory he previously provided, he presented me with what he called the attractor field theory. Put simply, attractor fields are the focal points of world line convergence. Their existence is responsible for the phenomena previously known as fate and chance. There's no real point making. According to him, our world is made up of countless world lines. The places where many of them cluster together are called attractor fields. An attractor field could be a large swath of history spanning 100 years or more. In his words, every single action in a single attractor field ultimately accumulates into one single point, one single event. Culminates. Whoops. Let's say, for example, that I'm going to purchase a beverage. The decision to purchase a Dr. P or a cola is theoretically mine to make, but perhaps when I arrive at the store, the Dr. P is sold out, or a friend buys a cola for me. One way or another, cola ends up quenching my thirst. In other words, the world is constructed in such a way that the end results have already been decided. Meaning that no matter how many D-mails I use to change the past, things ultimately end up in the same place. However, According to him, there may be more than one attractor field. In other words, if we manage to leave this attractor field, we may wind up in a world line that's part of a parallel world. I do not know whether this is true or not. I do not know who John Teeter is. He may be a fraud or a raving lunatic. But personally, I find the attractor field theory to be fairly interesting. A few days ago, I was thinking of the conversation I had with John Teeter as I walked, and I found myself in front of Radican near Akihabara Station. Radican was just as crowded as ever, of course. Just the other day, an incident occurred in which a mysterious satellite-like object appeared out of nowhere and smashed into the top of the building, but things have already been... It was all I could do to keep from gasping. Without thinking of it, I looked up at the building. The building that, as of yesterday, had a satellite sticking out of it. Right there.
Mayushi doesn't have any ambitions, I just want to finish my homework.
Oh, my Yuri. You'll get there. The satellite was nowhere to be seen. I needed to collect my thoughts, so I left the noise of the station for the quiet of the shrine. Known as the Yanabayashi Shrine, this tiny place can be found near the Bansei Bridge. A familiar face was there to greet me.
Oh, Okabe-san, hello.
It was boiling hot, but still he smiled and gave me a small bow. Rikako, how many times do I need to tell you? I am not Okabe Rintaro.
I'm sorry, Kiyoma-san.
A white coat and bright red hakama pants. Traditional Miko garb. Cosplayers at the highest end cosplay cafes only wish that they could wear them this well. All pale in comparison to the sight before me. The sight of Urushiba Ruka, child of the head priest of this shrine. But he's a guy. No matter how well the clothes suit him, he's no Miko. Then why is he wearing them, you ask? Because his father likes it that way. I almost feel bad for the poor Ruka. I think that's just the way his family is. But there are more important things to worry about. Good, that's more like it. It seems like you've been keeping up with your practice, too.
Yes, you told me to practice every day, Oka. Kiyoma-san, so...
Rikako held a sword in his hands. While it may look like an imitation, looks can be deceiving. In reality, it's the demon sword Samadare, the blade that shall rend all evil. Even if Bladeworks does sell them for 980 yen a pop.
I just finished my training for today, so I figured I might take a break.
Rest assured, as long as you continue your daily practice, you will become a master of the Seishin Zanma style. The most important thing is the will to keep going.
Got it.
Good. Now leave me with our traditional sign-off.
Alright, L, Sai, Kongali.
Kongru! It's Kongru!
Kongru!
Seeing him stumble over his attempt to say the right words left my heart aflutter. But he's a guy.
Oh, by the way, was there something you needed, Kiyoma-san?
Not at all. I just wanted to say hello since I was in the area. Oh, but Rikako, do you remember that satellite?
Satellite?
Right, the one that hit the Radio Kaikon just the other day.
Huh? When did that happen?
He nearly jumped in surprise. It seemed like honest surprise, too. He wasn't playing with me. Besides, it's Rikako. He couldn't lie to me if he tried.
We're so close by, but I had no idea.
Oh, never mind. I must have been mistaken.
Eh? Mistaken?
Once again, Rikako looked at me with eyes like saucers. Well, it's hardly a surprise. If someone came up to me saying, a satellite smashed into Radicon, I think they were delusional too. But it proved something to me. In this world, the satellite never crashed. That discovery alone has made this all worthwhile.
Oh, I thought I heard someone. Good to see you, Hoin-kun.
Oh, it's the dad.
Dad!
It's been a while. Have you been doing well? Yeah, thanks for asking. Rikuko's dad appeared from the back of the shrine. In my timeline, we'd seen each other a couple of days ago, but I guess that's changed as well. He gave Rikuko and I a concerned look. Well, since you're here, Hobin-san, maybe work can wait until later.
Later? What are you talking about, Dad?
Well, Ruka, I was hoping you could help me organize some things in the sanctuary around back. Sanctuary? There's a sanctuary at this little shrine? I never knew that. There is, but it's really not much to look at. More like a storage space, really.
It's where we keep our offerings and stuff.
Aha! When he said sanctuary, my mind danced with images of holy treasure. Guess I should have kept my expectations in check. Come to think of it, how old is this shrine?
Let's see, I heard that people started to worship here in 1659, the second year of the Manji era. So it's probably been around since the beginning of the Edo period.
Edo period? Yet another unthinking outburst. I mean, I thought this place was old, but I never thought it was that old. Today's just full of surprises. There's a lot of history here, so if we don't tidy up, things will get disorganized. That sounds exhausting. Still, if this shrine is that old, maybe there's some ancient manuscript, or a monster spear, or something lying around. Just thinking about it gets me fired up. Well, since we have a guest, maybe cleaning can wait until another time. Oh, no need to worry about me. I was just leaving anyway. Oh, I didn't mean to rush you. Not a problem. I only stopped by to say hello. Anyway, Rikako, don't forget to practice. Got it?
Roger, L-Sai, Kongru.
Upon hearing Rukako's words, I said goodbye to his apologetic father and left the Yanabayashi shrine. Exploring the sanctuary intrigues me. I should probably save that for a time when Ruka's dad isn't over our shoulder. I'll ask Rukako to show me around when I have a chance. Returning to the lab that night, I found Daru lazing on the couch playing his GS. And we have mail! Who's that from? Rukako!
Wait, so you mean you want to eat my Eri-chan's fried chicken? Of course you do. Of course you want to eat her cooking, not mine. Yeah.
Oh. What nonsense are you babbling about? If she learns how to make fried chicken herself, I won't have to hear her complain about the microwave anymore. Yes, I'm absolutely doing this because I want Rukako to think they don't want it. Rukako deserves affirmation. Yeah. 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 Daru, what are you doing? Can you tell? I'm making out with my beloved Nono-san and Atami. Daru answers without even taking his eyes off the screen. Apparently, he's been obsessed with this game since it came out last month. It's all about flirting with girls. Perhaps I should have clarified. I mean, what happened to the gadget I asked you to make? Don't worry, I've got a plan. Oh, do you now? Really? Yup, I went to a junk shop and bought most of the necessary parts today. The rest I can salvage from the development room. Nice, this is why you're my right arm. Now we're only waiting on Makiseshi. Daru's gaze finally broke from the screen as he turned to face the curtained off part of the lab. I guess Kurusu is still in there, working on her gadgets. Given that she's taken over my base of operations, I should probably say something to her, as she is hard at work. I should probably wait until she's done. Besides, she's scary when she's disturbed. Oh, but check it out, I've already updated our homepage's gadget listings up through number 11. Finally distracted from his virtual dating, Daru put his game machine aside and grinned at me. He looked so proud. It's so annoying. Well, I suppose the surface is worth the annoyance.
Okay.
I heard the laboratory door open as someone loudly called my name. Mayuri. Hold on, Mayuri. I thought you were going to do your homework at your place.
Well, I was, but I had work at Make Queen today, so I stopped by.
Mayuri sat down on the couch, took a banana out of her bag, and started eating it. Mayuri loves bananas.
Besides, Ocarina, I had something I want to tell you.
Eating a banana while talking about how her day went is practically her daily routine. However, her stories rarely have any actual content to them, so I just sort of nod along, not really listening. Nevertheless, she always tells me about her day with a smile on her face. As long as she's satisfied, I'm okay with that. I'd plan on letting her story just wash over me as usual, but...
If any new gadgets make us any money, can we get a microwave?
Well, we need to get a couple of other things first, so it might take a while.
How long do you think?
Priority-wise, it's probably about 6 on the list. Since when do we have a list? Since I said so. The microwave we had in the lab has turned into phone wave exchange, so we can't use it anymore. Without a microwave, Mayuri can't have juicy chicken number 1, a frozen snack that she loves just as much as her bananas. For her, a working microwave is top priority.
6? I guess it won't work.
Won't work? What are you talking about?
I wonder.
Mayuri giggled and smiled. What's wrong, Mayuri? What's funny?
You know. Are you curious?
All this giggling about. Something steamy? Let me join.
You got it all wrong. But anyway, well, maybe she's not smart enough to help out much around the lab, right? But I've always wanted to be just as useful as Daru-kun or Case-chan.
I had no idea Mayuri felt that way. I was always happy simply to have her with us. But I guess to her that wasn't enough. So why bring this up now?
But you know, I think I might have found a way that I can help you for the first time.
Oh? You come up with a new gadget or something?
No, that's not it. The only reason you're trying so hard to make new gadgets is to sell them, right?
Exactly. We're in this for the money. Not that we've sold anything yet. Works of genius are never recognized in their time. We're trying to make this situation sound cool, but it's actually pretty bad. He's got a point. Any gadgets we can't sell are as good as junk. We really should figure out a marketing strategy at some point.
So what Mayushi wanted to tell you was,
There's that smile again.
I met someone who might be interested in buying our gadgets.
What? You mean it, Mayushi?
I've been talking about our gadgets to my customers in Makery Nyan lately. And today one of our customers got hooked. He actually wanted to buy a couple of the...
You did it, Mayuri! I took her hand in mine even before she finished talking. And I shook it with the force I usually reserve for Daru's greatest achievements.
Ocarine?
Good job, Mayuri. Well done.
Really? Mayushi really helped?
Of course you did. I'm going to buy you a whole banana as a reward. Don't be stingy, Ocarine. You're a bunch at the very least. The amount of bananas doesn't matter. It's the gratitude contained within that counts. And Mayuri looks...
Mayushi was finally able to help the lab. I'm so happy.
When I looked at her smiling face, I could see that she wasn't lying. Anyway, our days of bankruptcy are over. Mr. Brown's reign of terror holds no more power over us.
Ocarine, it seems like you really don't like him.
I believe we've been enemies since the birth of humanity 12,000 years ago.
I'm just afraid of him.
Oh wait, no, that was Daru. You're just afraid of him. I am not. It's just that the particular air about him puts me on edge.
Rikako. I'm sorry. I totally misunderstood what you were trying to say. Okay, I'll invite Mayuri-chan to my house and teach her how to cook the fried chicken. It might not come out perfectly since Mom just taught me the recipe. I'll bring some to the lab if it turns out okay.
Oh, I love you, Rikako. You deserve affirmation. Oh my god, wait, no, come back. There we go. People call that fear. You can call it whatever you want, but I have nothing to be afraid of. My future is bright. Don't look now, but he's behind you. Yeah.
Hey, Ocarine, did that scare you?
No, not at all. You got tears in your eyes. I said no, damn it.
You keep yelling, he may really come up here.
And I think that is a pretty good place to cut it. We have seen a little bit more about the world, seen how it's different. I'm not sure exactly where this diverges from the original Steins Gate story. Clearly it has something to do... they were somewhere in the Alpha Attractor field, and they did something with their D-mail that shifted them further. Don't know exactly how that happened, but I'm sure we'll get to it at some point. But suffice to say, things are a little bit different. And I'm really curious as to why Suzuha's here, frankly. Because it doesn't seem like there's necessarily a lot of danger yet. But, you know, maybe people will start dying later on. But there's a rom-com. So will people die in the rom-com? God only knows. But, suffice to say, that is where I'm going to cut it. So thank you all so much for following my playthrough of Steins Gate, My Darling's Embrace. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.